Hey guys, today it's Carlton Reserve. We're gonna go ahead and me and Buff are gonna go ahead and see what we got. It sounds like we've already got something going on out here. Oh yeah, somebody's got their own what's that, the little one-man helicopters. Alright. So this is the I think it's this Carlton Canal. I'm not sure. It's probably just a number on the canal. Usually there's gators here, but the last week's been about 40 to 60 degrees. There you go. Yeah, and this is one way over there. And this is the other side. The Myakkahatchee Creek Environmental Park is right here. Usually I go there. This is Carlton Reserve. And it's about, I forget how many acres, but it's huge. 10,000, 30,000, 100,000. I'm not sure. The extra rain and stuff. Of course, now we're all completely dry. Come on, Buff. She's in full. Oh my God, all the smells mode. Let's see what it is. It's now called the Big Slough Preserve. It actually was Carlton Reserve, unless they split it up now. It was a donated tract of land. See, we're right here. And then this is the fire road, or the maintenance road, that will be going down. No, I'm sorry, I think this is the road right here. Okay, and everything goes off to here. And I believe, okay, there's the Carlton Reserve. So this is a section now that's been broken off, called Big Slough. All right. Yeah. Myakka River State Park, which is about 30 miles away. If you want to get into the park anywhere else, it's actually way up in Sarasota, inland from Sarasota. That's quite a cool park too. All right, I think this or that is the watershed for our town. They were going to sell it off for condos or fancy houses or something, and someone pointed out if they do that, you don't have any natural water, which is kind of odd in Florida. Anyhow, I'm off. She really isn't leading, because I don't have a camera strapped to her back. She's free. During rainy season or wet season, this place it's all swamp there and somewhat deep. Comes up to the sides of the road, and you can see where it's been wet. See all the bushes and stuff. Probably not a good place to fall. Probably not a good thing to ignore. Yeah, so some of the water drainage that I've been putting here is falling apart. Let's go. The overriding sound right now, because it's a cool morning, the air's traveling really, or the air's really clear. All I can hear is the highway. Some ibises. What we got here? egret. I forget what that's called, a tick bird, I believe. It's an egret, but it's a lesser one or something. Alright, we're going to take one of the side trails. They're pretty popular mountain biking trails. Florida does have mountain biking trails. They may not have the mountains. Well, they have hillocks. I used to mountain bike a lot. That was one of the things I bemoaned about Florida. There's a few trails out here, and they've been pretty much named for pretty cool things. This is Live Long, and then there's Prosper. Get it? Okay, Live Long and Prosper trails. But this Score does them, which is as you can see, off-road riders. No horses in this one, but you can have dogs, hikers. You just gotta watch out when there's a bike coming through. You pull offside, you know, normal stuff. It's easy to do. I expect we may see deer, but maybe bobcat, but that's it. This goes along the side of the Myakkahatchee Creek. She's right there. Which is low because we got the sandbar. Yeah, this is December. It's about 65 degrees right now. It's really cold for this area. It's been down into the 40s at night for this area. It also doesn't have mosquitoes, has many mosquitoes out. Stop. Let's go up. Let's just get the water. Yeah, she's just going nuts with all this stuff. It's pretty flowing and stuff right now. What you doing, baby? All right. Pretty cool. It's kind of funny because she's as we go around blind corners, she drops back and gets right by my side. Very tentative. See, that's the big thing about Florida. When you do off-road, you have lots of exposed routes like that, which aren't usual. I'm a previous experience, and we did have a lot in the 90s and early 2000s. Oh, actually 80s and 90s. We mountain biked in Southern California. So we're used to deserts, canyon runs, things like that. Not a lot of trees growing roots out. That's in the middle of the desert. Borrego Desert or Borrego Springs. Alright, I got a mile to walk at least. keep going, baby. See, I told you, she keeps coming back to me. In the summer, when the water's a little bit higher, you tend not to go to the water unless you really surveyed it, because there are gators. Oh, another. Yeah, doing good. Buff. It's a river otter. See him? See him fishing? The night heron, a lesser. I think we'd see a river otter down here, but oh, it's hard. The water's reflecting the sun now. The sun's at such an angle, we should be on the other side to see these things. Looking. Alright. Same to you. He's telling on me. She's in tractor mode right now. That means we don't stop till we get back. Or we get off this trail. Wow, gotta say, it's only been about 15 minutes since I last had this on, and I think it's touching the 80s right now, just up high 70s, almost 80s. That's how it works here when you do have cold spells. The sun is shining. When the sun comes out, it shines so directly on this area, well, down in this latitude line. This latitude, like 35 degrees above the equator. So the sun is much more closer to being perpendicular to our surface. So the rays that reach us are more direct and less reflected. Okay, that means more energy. Sorry, I didn't want to turn it into a physics course. But there you have it. Anyhow, I think she's looking forward to us getting back to the water station, aka the truck. It's kind of cool seeing that river otter out here. That's too fast for him here, right at the beginning. Yeah, we're back out here. There's a little bit less sun. Hour ago. This is a really quick trip. I don't know how many, I don't know if I even did a mile. It's just something to change it up, because all I've been doing the last 2 years, it's heavily weighted in rebuilding our house after Hurricane Ian. So yeah, so that's why, and all the baggage that was left on top of it. So coming back. Buff has decided that this is the time to take a potty break. So, what have we seen? What have we done? I've done 5,100 steps so far, and I think it's 2,000 to a mile, because each step's 3 feet, 2,000, that's 6,000 feet for every 2,000 steps. So I've actually done 3.5 miles right now, and some more. Yeah. She's winded. We're taking a bit of a break. The water's actually on the other side of the bridge, which happens to be right there. And, yeah, I figured we'd get out before it got too hot. Get in here before it got too hot. But then again, I had to fight the traffic is horrendous here nowadays. This used to be a small town. It's now 100,000. And I say small town. It was 20,000 10 years ago, or 25,000. It always had a lot of land, but now they've moved in so much. It's just nuts. It's nuts. Did I mention it's nuts? So, if you like this, go back, take a look at some of my other ones. Comment and share if you can. Yeah. This is Dave from Saving Our Sanctuary. And if you look at my videos, you'll see that I have a lot of Tennessee videos. We bought a property 20 years ago, and we're never going to do anything with it. But because of things like what I just mentioned, we started going up about 3 years ago and reinvestigating, and it turned out it was a lot nicer than we remember. It was nice, that's why we bought it, but it just was kind of off. There were some things about it for me. Now it's everything I've ever wanted. So if you look at her videos, Terror in Tennessee, exploring Piney Falls, there's a couple others. Those actually tell us about that. And I don't know if you can hear it, but I can still hear highway noise, which, by the way, you couldn't hear before because there was no traffic down here. Anyhow, this is Dave, Saving Our Sanctuary. I already said this before, and that's Buff, and I'm out. So is she.